Welcome to Sunnyside Certified. This is Tiger.
This is Naomi.
Yeah, and she's going to help me change out the spark plugs today, which I got some of it lined up here. So first, Naomi, we're going to take off this spark plug cover. There's 10 millimeter bolts on it, or nuts. These acorn nuts. But there should be 4, but I only got 2 of them on there. So let's take that out. And that cover lifts up. Actually, can you hand me see one of those magnet trays? The silver trays? Okay, yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Let's set these in here. I don't know if you can see it, but there's 10 millimeter bolts. 2 for the cover here. It's gonna hold the coil packs in place. So Naomi, this is what you call the K20 engine from Honda. So this is how you would change spark plugs on it. So once you take off these bolts that hold down a coil pack, you can lift up and unplug them by the side clip here. I'm going to do that for all of them so you can make room to get the harness out.
Harness?
Yeah, the wiring harness. Actually, maybe I'll leave it where it is. You hear the thunder out there? So the ones closer to the timing chain here is going to be cylinder 1. So that coil pack just lifts up. And then we're going to take a 5/8 socket, an extension to reach down in there, and your 3/8 ratchet. Check which direction it's going reverse. So the spark plug is able to be stuck on here because there's a rubber gasket in here that keeps it in place, or else you wouldn't have it. You would have a hard time bringing it up. You would need a magnet or something. So this is the old spark plug. So on the right side is the old spark plug. We got the new one. And for this, I'm going with, what I have been using is the NGK Iridiums BKR8EIX, the 8 heat range. I may step it up to the 9 on this next set, see how that works out. So, number 2668. And I've already gapped all of these plugs just to speed up the process. But essentially you'll take one of these tools. You can get them really cheap at the parts store or Walmart, wherever you get them. But you want to check the gap. But keep in mind, these iridiums, you don't want to damage the tip. They could be fairly fragile compared to the copper tips. So I normally gap them to about 24 thousandths. I guess you would be better off having a filler gauge, but this is the cheaper option. But what you do is try to kind of gently put it in here because you don't want to damage the tip. And right now I got it at around 27 thousandths. So we got the anti-seize on there, and we got it gapped to where we want it. So the thing with the gap is, with the higher, with the turbo and with boost and everything, it could blow out the spark. So if you have too big of a gap, that all that air could actually blow out the spark, and you won't be able to ignite the fuel. So you got to find a medium or a good point to where you have enough gap to light up the fuel, ignite the fuel, but also not blow out the spark. And some of these, the gap settings were recommended by Full Race, which they've done a lot of testing on it, and as well as some other people that had a lot of experience with these turbo motors. So it's kind of what I rode with. What is it?
I'm scared of the rain.
Okay, we'll go on inside. And now we'll move on to the next one, cylinder 2. So for cylinder 2, let me get this started first by hand, and then I'm going to use a torque wrench. And I was trying to find the specs, and it's kind of all over the place, but I think about 17 foot-pounds is what I'm going with. So the crush washer just bottom out about right there. Let's see. So I just went down, replaced, the ones that need it. And this is 4-cylinder, so there's 4 spark plugs. And you just stick the coil pack back down, clip it back in. Get your bolts, the regular bolts on 1 and 3. And then your longer studs for your cover, 2 and 4. And for these, you just snug them down. You don't have to go real tight on them. Because remember, you're bolting into aluminum. After you get those bolts snug, stick this cover back on. Put your acorn nuts, or whichever hardware you're using. We'll snug those down. And that's it. So we're gonna start it up. So the reason why I changed out these plugs, because at a cold start I could hear it popping and kind of missing a little bit. That's when I know, because I have this for years, so I kind of know when the plugs are going out. Alright, well that's it for changing out the spark plugs. Keep in mind I'm not a mechanic, so this is not mechanical advice by any means, but this is what I've done for years now, and it's been working. So that's that. On to the next.